Welcome to Bridgeburner 412. We're doing a 100% walkthrough of Bloodborne. This is going to be designed for beginners who've never played the game before and want to cross this game off your list of games that you wish you had beaten once upon a time, and now you will be able to do it. If you follow this walkthrough, it should get you a victory. So we're going to be finding all the stuff, all the bosses, all the little tricks and tips to help you cross this game off of your bucket list of video games. So we're going to start a new game. This is not going to be, lore specific. This is going to be about bosses, strategies, locations of stuff. If you want the entire story, you can check out my winter marathon, where I walked through the entire game. Not walk through the entire game, stream the entire game, and the stream quality was terrible. So that's why I've decided to do this. Not this particular guy, but this walkthrough. One of the reasons is I wanted a nice kind of, what's the word I want? Recording quality. Because the Twitch recording quality was terrible. It's okay, but this is going to be better. Got some stuff. So we're going to be doing a strength build. This will allow us to get the whirligig saw very early in the game. So we're going to start with some points in strength, because this weapon will scale off of strength. The whirligig saw scales only off of strength. So we're going to start with violent past. It gives us a few extra strength points. And we're going to come in. I am going to do my best. I am not a great player by any means. I am a competent player. So as I die through here, you should feel like I'm right there with you.
Good.
In so many of these playthroughs, what you have is, a bunch of experts who go through and they make it look super easy, and then you go and try to play the game, and it is not easy. I don't mean to say that if you follow this walkthrough, you're going to, walk through the park of the game, because it is definitely not that. This is an extremely difficult game, requiring a lot of skill that you will develop on your playthrough. My goal is to help you face the frustration of the game with an idea that you know what you're doing. We're not meant to kill this guy, and I hardly ever do. Right now I'm trying to get a backstab on him. There we go. And then if you can do a charge attack from behind, you can kill him straight out, like I just did. If not, you're going to die, and it will send you to the hunter stream, where we're going to end up in just a second. So, like I say, the game doesn't expect you to beat that dude, but it is possible by stepping around and doing a charged attack. The charged attack is a right trigger until it dings, and then it releases. If you get behind an opponent and can do that, it will give you a visceral. This game is called Viscerals because you smash through the enemy's flesh and rip out his viscera, like we just did there with that wolf. And you will grow to hate the wolves and the dogs in this game. Okay, so we're gonna, since we beat that guy, we're going to just climb up this ladder. We could try to fight this guy, but it's going to be silly because he has more health than we have firepower. So we're just going to climb up the ladder. That is a sign of things to come. That is the cleric beast. So that guy will climb the ladder, so we're going to go ahead and transport. Oh wait, and we get iframes, invincibility frames, when we are activating a lamp, or going through a door, or activating a lever. Invincibility frames are your friend if you've never played a Soulsborne game. Invincibility frames are a certain number of frames you have to dodge, if you're dodging where you cannot be hit, or when you're opening levers or doors and not get hit. So here is the Hunter's Dream. This is the main hub of the game. She is not active until we get some insight. So we're going to grab a weapon here. I'm going to suggest the Saw Cleaver, because it is much faster than the axe, even though the axe is a strength weapon. We're going to be facing a lot of beasts early on, and you're going to want to be fast. And the difference early on isn't that much. So we're losing a little bit of firepower, but we gain in speed and an excellent weapon. If you want to do a skill build, the Saw Cleaver is a great weapon for you. We did a skill build on the Winter Marathon, and we played with the Saw Cleaver, Saw Spear, and then the Burial Blade, eventually ending up with the Rikuyo at the end of the game. So we're back here. We're going to talk to Gilbert real fast. Just speed through his dialogue. You always want to exhaust all the dialogues of the NPCs. And we're going to go back and deal with these guys, because there's some Molotovs down here that we want. So you notice there, as I took a hit, that my health went down. But the little white pip at the top of my health there, to the right of my health, that goes down, but there's still red above it. That is your rally potential. You can get those points back if you keep attacking. So, the game is designed for you to be very aggressive. As opposed to Dark Souls games where you're meant to be more deliberate and more cautious. This game is about speed. Combat is much quicker than in the other Souls games. If you tend towards impatience, like I do, that phenomenon can actually be quite good for you. I have the most hours of the Soulsborne game in this one, with the possible exception of Dark Souls 3. To be honest, I kind of burned out on Dark Souls 3. I played it so much when it came out, and went into the dark quite a bit. These guys just funnel them up the stairs, finish them off one by one. If you chose the axe as your weapon of choice, you can spin to win these guys without too much trouble. I find the Saw Cleaver moveset just the smoothest in the game. Really quick. Alright, there's an enemy here. He is an executioner. I would strongly recommend, if this is your first playthrough of Bloodborne, that you do not engage him at this time. That you save him for a little bit later, when you're a little bit stronger. Because he will most likely wreck you. You can gun parry him. But it does take some practice. And will, has a lot of potential to ruin your day. And if you die to him, and then do not beat him on your next try, you lose all the echoes that you gained to start the game. And we're going to need those echoes. So, so it just kind of isn't really worth the risk starting out. Alright. Cutlass here hits pretty hard. But if you're patient, you can bring them back one by one. And this saw cleaver is really fast, so you saw I funneled him into this area here. So they didn't have a lot of lateral movement, which allowed me to kind of group them up. I almost fell down. Yep, there, that guy saw me, gunner saw me going over there. That ain't right, that ain't good. So normally he is not in the mix this early. So we're going to have to go kill him real quick and then kill the dogs. And then come right here. So here I rallied back up after I got hit pretty good there. Coming here will allow you to not get hit by the gun that's on the top of that stagecoach up there. So you can rally even after they're dead to get your points back, so you can take a hit and still survive. So we're going to run up there, kill that guy with the gun. And you know, when you fall, just keep your wits about you. And we're just going to clear out this little area of bad dudes. Okay, going to use my rally. See how many points I got. Quite a few of my hit points back. You're going to want to develop that skill because it will end up saving you lots of blood vials. If there is a terrible part of this game, it is the blood vial mechanic. That's your healing mechanic up there. I have 12 blood vials. If you run out of blood vials, you end up farming. And I'll show you a good vial farming run as we get a little further in the game. That'll get you about 20 vials a run, and each run takes about 3 or 4 minutes. But it's still annoying. It's like a chore. But you'll have to do it, especially if you're just starting out in the game. You're going to go through a lot of blood vials. Okay, so we cleared that area. Now our objective is to get to the point without losing our echoes, because we're going to need those echoes to level. Okay, I'm going to give you the secret on Fatty right here. The secret on Fatty is if you target him and you sprint, sprint right under his right elbow, the one that is not pounding the door, and do a charge attack, you will almost always get a backstab. They hit very hard. I did not get a backstab there. Okay, now we come to the bird dogs. They will fly up in one direction straight. So if you're straight on with them, you can kill them. So you're seeing I'm using the trick mode of the saw cleaver. If you look up in the upper left-hand corner, the red bar is my health, the green bar is my stamina, and the red vial there next to the number 20 is the number of vials that I have. It's blue because I have more than 20, so I have some in storage. Below that is quicksilver bullets. That is quicksilver dripping off the bullet there. And I have 20 of those, so you can carry 20 of each. The little circle under there, if I am in one-handed mode, which is the serrated edge, which kills beasts faster, the circle is empty. The circle fills when I put it in trick mode, and on this attack it's actually using the cleaver side, which isn't as effective against beasts, but is effective in certain scenarios like the scenario you just saw me do. Okay, so if you didn't pick that up. If you are dying at any point along the way here, your objective is to get back to the point where you died and get those echoes back, because you're going to want all of the echoes. This first little stretch can be a bit long, but you need it in order to upgrade. So when you face the cleric beast, it will be doable. Okay, this door is closed for now. Now this part is going to be a little bit tricky. So if you bring that dog right there, you can actually clip the wall and kill him. And I have no qualms about wall clipping, because they will do wall clipping themselves. You're going to have a gun, 2 other rubes up here, a dog, and then another dog in the background. So you just kind of want to show yourself. They will release the hounds. And they are quite tricky. But always try to kill the dogs first before you're doing anything else. Might as well rinse and repeat our wall clip. Okay, so not bad, not bad. And again, if you die there, do your best to get back. Be patient. You can sprint past all of the guys that we beat over there. You can come down here. Once you get down here, those other guys won't come. So if you die here, sprint all the way back and get your echoes back. Alright, continuing on, we're going to get our first armor set up here, or a better armor set for us. First we're going to grab the shiny. Again, bloodstone shards are our upgrade items. Do not go and try to fight those 2 wolves at this time, you will be destroyed. I'm going to show you how to cheese those guys a little bit later. Grab your pebbles. Speaking of pebbles, I should probably put my Molotovs on there. I'll put pebbles on there even though I'm not sure I'm going to ever use them. So this is, you use your square button to activate whichever one you have selected there. Get your shard. Get your shard. Now we're going to drop into the first little part of the sewer here. Try not to do that. Basically there's a ladder down there, but you can jump down to this level here, and we get our our first hunter beasts. Basically everybody goes out to the hunt, they get corrupted and turn into these animals. So this is where you're going to want to work on your gun parrying, get your gun parrying going. It is the easiest way to dispatch these guys. Basically when they draw that weapon back, gun parry to the face and dispatch them. If If not, just dance around with your saw cleaver and take care of business that way. There is another dude up here. There's two more dudes up here, actually, that we're going to kill. You don't want to be too far away. That was pretty far away to do the gun parry on this guy. If you're too far away, it won't give you the parry. Alright, so let's bring Mr. Spike's-a-Lot over. Hi. There you go. So I'm just attacking him to get my rally points back. And you just want to get on his right hip and kill this guy, because he is no joke. That spike thing will hit very hard. And will kill you. Where's my ladder? There it is. Okay, it's time to not drop to our death. Why wasn't giving me the descend ladder? Alright, these rats will jump and cause mayhem. They'll surround you. Just rally through them the best you can. Heal up, face the other ones. Bait the jump. Oh, this guy's not going to jump. There he goes. They give you throwing knives, which is another item for throwing enemies. Just go nice and methodical, nice and slow, and you'll be fine. Got pretty good AoE on the saw spear. I'm sorry, the saw cleaver. There's one more. We want to get, there's a guy around the corner over there, and that's the armor set we're going to be using for most of the game. Just circle around. We're going to go back there and get that. That's a thick cold blood due level 5, which is a lot of echoes for us. If you were really quiet, this guy will be facing the other way. I do not play really quiet. Get your gun parry. It won't be enough to kill him, but if you just come in and just... Great thing about the saw cleaver, it is so fast. Uh-oh. There went some stuff. We'll be getting that, though. And it does stagger enemies, so the saw cleaver is definitely the way to go early on. And like I say, my job here is to help you guys be confident in the game, confident in your skills, develop your character in such a way that makes the game as easy as possible. I mean, it's not an easy game for sure, but we'll help you get everything you need. And I never remember which way to go here to get that shiny. I think I gotta go over to the other side. There it is. Just follow the steps. So here you just kind of walk off the edge. Tip for if you struggle with rafters like I do. Once you get on the rafter, get your camera facing in the direction you want to go, and don't touch that right stick again. Just use the left stick to direct you and move you. Don't mess with your camera. Because where you fall off of those is when you overcorrect based on your camera. And like all Souls games, there's always a rafters level. Okay, so we got our first set of hunter gear. We've got our saw cleaver going. We've got our gun going. So we're moving right along here. This episode's probably going to be a little longer. Each episode will be about a half hour. We're going to go a little bit farther in this episode just to get you started out. So we're basically going back up where we came in that little part of the sewer. Okay, so we are going to run past these docks. Just run, run, run. As fast as you can. Take a dip here in this corner, jump down. This guy might follow you. If he does, just dispatch him. The wolves might follow you too. I think that guy is following me. If he is following you, I'll just tell you what to do. If that wolf follows you, just come through here, open this door, run through here. There's a bad guy there, but you can open this door. Run through here. There's a bad guy here. Run past him. And just open this shortcut. Roll. And you're right at the lamp. So if you die as a result of these guys following you, you're right here at the lamp. You can get your echoes back. And no fuss, no muss. And now we're going to work our way back and get all the stuff that was in there. Blood shard. We don't need to take care of those guys just yet. Here's a guy with some bullets. He always has 4 bullets here. Grab the punch and blood cocktails. Those are going to be useful for another fight we're going to be facing later. Now I put the torch on so I can bring up the torch. That goes in your gun spot. There's 2 enemies here. Alright, now I'm going to show you how to cheese these 2 wolves that were up here bothering you. So they path back here. Just kind of, if you can get them to see you, you can use a pebble to draw them. And they can't get in this door. Did he not follow me? Did he just growl and not follow? There he goes. Sometimes you get both of them down here, sometimes just one. But they can hit you through the door, so you want to back up a little bit. But you can basically cheese them through the door here. You can see how much damage they take. Just hit a couple times, back out, get your stamina back. I have popped out of the door too far and got stuck on the door jamb, so be cautious of that. Miyazaki, of course, is he's the main designer of the game. Famous for saying, you know, these games aren't hard. You just have to be observant and look at the environment and utilize the environment. So, I'm going to take him in his word there. I almost died. Holy boy. I will die from getting greedy, as I almost died there from being greedy. But they always give you 3 blood vials apiece, sometimes a shard. Now, the cleric piece is going to be there, but we are not going to go there yet because we still need 1 insight. So we need to go to the other side of the sewer. I've turned around a little bit here. To garner our first insight, which will allow us to level up. And it will open a shortcut for us as well. So this is where we dropped down and got that blood packet. We ran past the 2 wolves, we dropped down here. We came through here, and those were the 2 doors that we opened up to the lamp. So you just continue on down here. Kill the dogs. They are rabid dogs. And sometimes cages open. I don't know if there's a rhyme or reason for cages opening. You can shoot the dogs to stop them attacking you if you get a target on them. But they are just easily dispatched with the saw cleaver. I think I missed one back there. If that guy bites you just like he did me, just rally through. Use that rally. Use that rally. Knock on this door. This lady is annoying and mean, but we need her for later in the game. She's going to give us a very valuable resource. I like to top off before this area. There's a guy here we're going to kill, and we're going to go back up the stairs. Get your gun parry on, and eviscerate. He usually drops vials. I didn't want him all the way down here, because sometimes the bad guys see me. And we're going to meet, I believe, our first NPC. Eileen the Crow. She is a hunter, or hunter, of hunters who have gone beast mode. And we're going to find out that they've all gone beast mode.
Oh. What?
Get our hunter's mark. Get our shake off of the cape. Hunter must hunt. So I always put the Bolt Hunter's mark in this slot, just in case I have an oh crap moment. I want to be able to Hunter's mark away. Knock that body down because it has some stiff. Knock that body down because it has some stuff. And we're a little over half hour. This is probably a good place to call this first episode. So, you know, do your absolute best to get here with those echoes. You can always farm for echoes, but here's where we'll pick up next time as we continue our walkthrough of Bloodborne. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.